Yeah, she's in love with the concept, as if we're all just how she imagined. Cause we're in love, I just don't know yet. Well, tell me, how am I supposed to see the magic? Cause I don't believe in it no more. But I won't tell her, cause I always imagined it's easier if she thinks she won. So I'ma let her. And she said, I don't think I love you no more. You never seem to call me lately. Girl, I don't think you know me at all. Cause I never thought I'd have to say this. No, I don't love you, and I never did. Look at us burning down in flames for kicks. But just know, I'm not singing for your ex, I'm just singing cause it's over.
Ooh, that's... well, I plan on playing some tomorrow, Kami, if you're gonna be on during the day. Gotta get them daily, weeklies done, get them boxes. Hey, that's cool. Really low, and that distortion is kind of weird. Alright, Pie. Night. Good sleep. I have to take a break from hospital. Hanzo is stream playing, he's busting. Oh no. I heard his scatter is just as BS in HOTS as it is in Overwatch. What? Okay. There's some strange stuff on this mix I've got right now. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna skip to the next one. It's really quiet, that one. Anyway, I have a new pop filter. Let me know if anything I say is too... like, I don't want the plosives to get really bad or anything, so... my mic's in a different position and the pop filter is different, so if there's a lot of popping, I'm purposely popping into the mic right now, so if it's bad, let me know. So that wasn't bad or anything, Kami? Is that right? Sweet. The old pop filter was like, it was much larger. It was like a regular diaphragm pop filter, and it had like this really annoying gooseneck to attach it to my stand. And because of how like small my space is in terms, like if I were doing like a actual setup where I had the space in front of me to use a regular diaphragm pop filter, I would have stuck with it, but I don't know, because the gooseneck was just really annoying. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for one of those ones that go straight on the mic, and hey, this one is recommended, so hey. I noticed though with the other pop filter, whenever I took like a deep breath, that noise would come through as well, and I didn't really like how that sounded. So hopefully hopefully this pop filter will actually make that better, so I'm not, if I take like a deep breath, like it doesn't come through the mic. Well, my regular breathing doesn't get picked up because like normally like you can almost never actually hear my breathing. It's really quiet, as opposed to, I don't know, other people I know, they breathe really loudly. I'm usually the exact opposite. But when I take like a deep breath, because my nose is kind of small, like it gets picked up by the mic based on like the airflow in my nose. Like it was weird because I noticed it a lot when I was like watching back on my VODs. I could hear the deep inhales I'd have after laughing or something, and it was a little weird to me. It's like, so shut up, little piglet. So I don't know if it's like my nose or when I take inhale breath like through my teeth. Like I just want to see how much different this pop filter is in terms of just filtering out all those sounds that just get in the way of audio recording and all that. Anyway, Kwame, you excited for any of the skins coming out tomorrow? And my neck totally just cracked. Ow. That's what I've been playing the last few days to get my... It's not a matter of getting your aim back, it's just a matter of playing. Also, might drop to plat if I don't. You're actually gonna try to do competitive for that? I guess. You know, I'm actually really surprised they did a Gothic Lolita Diva skin. That's the awful part about it. Like right now I'm like bracing myself for the influx of that. Exactly what you explained. I'm just it's awful because the Lolita fashion is like a legitimate fashion trend and I actually like it. Like I mean, I never do it myself because the upkeep on that sort of thing is hard. Not to mention holy makeup. Just the effort you have to put into it. But like I can appreciate the Lolita fashion. It looks really good. It's just the people who are weird about it. I'm just worried about that. Okay.
Oh God, my shield is gone. There, Drew. How you doing? Hello? I don't even know. How you doing there? Oh, by the way, how's that comic thing that you're planning to do working? I mean, I'm sorry I couldn't stick with it because I'm actually I'm kind of glad that I ended up turning it down. And I'm sorry that it basically set you back, but yeah, I'm like drowning in my own water right now. My mic not working? Yes, it is. Mm.
still needs a gun.
Maryland Costco's would sell the thing.
Ammunition
The DC one does.
justifies the wrong. And I can't see from the backseat, so I'm asking from above. Can I trust what I'm given, even when it cuts? So heaven, if you sent us down, so we can build a playground for the sinners to play as saints. You'd be so proud of what we made. I hope you got some vets around, 'cause you're the only refuge now. For every mother, every child, every brother that's caught in the crossfire. Was caught in the crossfire. Was caught in the crossfire. Was caught on the cross.
Fuck.
There's a hole under. Just go me. Yeah, I will make. Stand on top alone. For emergency exit. To the low, to the what?
I watch it fall right through the floor.
Oh god.
And I try, but I don't care anymore. Look at what a person you become. You just talk till you fall and come undone. My friend, we've come to an end. I painted this picture, but the colors don't blend. And now I can deal, 'cause I'd rather be real instead. My friend, you got to your head. You tried to use a bandit, but you laid cement. And now I can say it's too late, 'cause I'm good on friends. I already got enough of them. I already got enough of them. They never put you to the bone.
Fourth one.
Does it look good up there from your broken throne? Now are you gonna pull another stunt? Pull out your
No, I'm
weapon,
getting hit by
it's all
something.
you can
Fuck me.
find.
Pop it.
Yeah, I'm actually skills.
I painted this picture, but the colors don't blend. And now I can deal, 'cause I'd rather be real instead. My friend, you got to your head. You tried to use a bandit, but you laid cement. And now I can say it's too late, 'cause I'm good on friends. I already got
God, why
enough
can't
of
you
them.
run back?
I already got enough of them.
今天呢，我们新同学要挑战羽豪，实在是勇气可嘉。我们大家给他点掌声好不好？
那在干嘛呢？下棋吗？我不知道。
姐妹们，知道我是谁吗？
What is this?
Goodbye world。坐在这边的呢 ？Do it. Yes.
Nuh-uh.
大家知道他的绰号是什么？ What the fuck? He went all the way up. Fuck you, dude. 这 turn around, man.
把黑键变白键呢？
新同学，你刚刚听仔细了吧？每一个音都别错。
Welcome back, Kami.
Fuck you! I want him so bad, I should switch. I just want to ding people.
侠，侠，
叫你一起来，还是叫你站起来？
看开吧。
我们连肖邦自己都不知道有这一段，你真是太有耳福了。以后即兴功力果然厉害，新同学。
Alright, have fun, Kami. Good luck in your games. Win them all. Hey, hi, Docs. How you doing? How are you? Alright. A little bit, kind of busy, I guess. I don't know. A lot of it seems more like, poor time management on my part, but, you know. Figure it out. It's okay. Nothing for you to worry about. Don't worry about it. Not really anything that I guess someone else could directly help me with. So really just on me to be better about me. Aside from that, I am looking forward to getting new skins tomorrow. I just hope I don't go crazy with the thank you. I just hope I don't a little too crazy. So many Mercy plays. Oh. Oh, that would do it. Drew, I was wondering because I asked you how your comic stuff was going for now. Hey, Silent. How you feeling today? Did you do scrims? Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't help you out with the comic thing, Drew, because like my schedule is just it's not gonna let me do anything. Aww. It's awesome, Silent. My drawing right now is just a Patreon request. It's got no real root in anything. Well, I'm glad everything worked out, Drew. Like, I mean, I felt kind of bad about having to say that, like, cancel the whole arrangement, but in the end, I think it worked. I guess, and then it worked out to be better for both of us. Thank you, Docs. Well, I hope your pixel commissions go well, Drew, because, I mean, what are they called? Perler? Those little things that you've been making. Those look... I wish I could actually work with, like, real media stuff. But stick to digital because I don't think I have that enabled. Drew. You can try, and if it doesn't work, I should be able to repost the link. You might get your chat cleared by Nightbot though.
Thank you for the follow, Drew. Really appreciate it. Rip! Okay, I'll fix that. I'm sorry, Drew. I'll fix. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna change that on my Nightbot right now. It's gonna take a second. S authorize. Why do I have to log in every time I reboot my computer? Setting. Option. I'm sorry about that, Drew. Just disable. Alright, it's disabled for now. Like, I could go and whitelist a whole bunch of things, I really don't feel like it. I'm still reading over what Slayergram said to you, Silent. That's funny. Jonak has nothing on you. Your face.
No, if he didn't kill me, we would have won.
Flutter and I are sub to Raksu. And I ran into playing with her during some sub games in the past. Envy. The Twitch community is a giant circle jerk, I guess you could say. You tend to run into like a bunch of other like smaller streamers through being subbed to larger streamers, and it's like, oh, you stream too. Well then, let's all auto-host each other. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think I've been on Twitch long enough, at least actively on Twitch long enough to really, what's the word? To really forget where I've met people. God, he's destroying his bow. I do that sometimes, but it's not too often because a lot of the time, like I need a particular kind of chatter in the background when I'm doing work, and generally seems to work out best if it's kind of active. So like Overwatch tends to have like pretty active noise. Doesn't necessarily have to be the streamer, but like the game has like a lot of stuff going on. If it's too quiet, then I start kind of like I don't know. If it's too quiet, I can't really work. I don't All right, Drew. Enjoy your nap. Actually, no, I wouldn't really say it's a side effect of living in big cities, because like when it's super quiet out and I need to sleep, it's fine. It's just when I'm working, I kind of need the chatter. Just when I'm working. Otherwise, I don't need the sound. Like, I grew up in a general quiet area, at least like my parents' houses. The only thing is that there were chickens outside. So every so often you hear chickens. But other than that, it's pretty quiet. When I was in college, I was in New York City. Noise everywhere. So when I moved to Pennsylvania, there wasn't really a whole lot of noise. But then, like, when I was doing work at, like, actually had a desk job doing, like, newspaper ad design, the ad work was actually kind of boring. So I ended up listening to Heroes of the Storm VODs from Squadron. Like, just the commentary, like, just to make me like entertain my brain, keep it active while I'm like mindlessly doing really boring newspaper ads. So I guess that ended up becoming like kind of a thing where I need similar chatter while I'm doing work. Otherwise, it I don't know, it just doesn't work. Gets too quiet. I mean, if I don't have a stream, I can listen to music and I'll be fine. It's just, I have a rather small selection of music that I tend to listen to repeatedly all the time and it never changes. So like having the stream is like a constantly changing sort of sound, source of sound. So that is a little bit better. Instead of listening to the same music day in and day out. Which I know I'm gonna do. I guess that generally works for me if it's like EDM, I suppose, but if it's not, if it's kind of like no, I don't like rap. I can appreciate the skill for certain styles, but I really don't like it. Not big into country. Pop is okay. I'm more of a, like, the music I listened to most when I was younger was alternative rock in the 90s, so. I know I can honestly say I hate a lot of urban genre music because it's not music to me. Some people like it, I think it's terrible, but everyone can have their own opinion. I'm not gonna force them to listen to something they don't want to listen to. Yeah, I like Green Day. Constantly get made fun of it. Why? It is like one of those I mean, I ended up growing to like it because my sister like had a massive crush on Billy Joe when she was in high school. But she liked the band. It wasn't just because of Billy Joe. What do you mean, same?
Understandable, understandable. It was funny though that my sister always had to point out his wedding ring. I was like, yeah, he's married. He's gonna have a wedding ring, you know. I just thought it was funny. She's married now, and I'm pretty sure she very much loves her husband. Hate my handwriting so much. Oh yeah, I mean, they have like better overall lyric composing, I could say. Like before it just seemed a little like, yeah, we're all crazy and we're all gonna make loud music. That's what it felt like before. I mean, it wasn't bad. Just that's the mood that it had compared to the later stuff. The later stuff definitely had stronger lyrics.
No, this is my spot.
It looked like a Nomi, what the hell? Perhaps, like before Billie Joe only knew like 3 chords, so but look how far he got with just those few notes. And then he finally started to figure out how to actually play the guitar. People were just jealous that he could get that far with a limited skill set on the guitar. Let's see. Stuff I need to do. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, for sure. Like by the time he was doing like American Idiot, like his songwriting was the lyrics. He was a much better lyricist by then.
Trey was a good drummer. I always forget what the bassist's name is, but he was good at the bass. Yep. I'm terrible. Do you I'm sorry. I can never remember his name. It's not like he was good. That dude. Okay, let's look it up. Mike. Sure. I guess they called him like Mike D. It's like no wonder no one remembers his name. It's Mike. It's just like such a who remembers that as their name? Mike. I'm sorry, Mike. No offense to you. You're a great bassist. I just can never remember your name. Let's see. I think I'm done with Patreon stuff for now. Very forgettable face. Well, I remember what he looks like. But he has features that make him look like other dudes. Like he's cut from a mold that looks a lot like a bunch of other guys, unfortunately. Okay, what? Oh, it's it's the song from Tokyo Ghoul. I was like, why is this playing on my playlist? His hair changed a bit though. Like the one I remember most right now is like a really short, spiky. I do. Am I really? Crap. Okay, hang on. Sorry for the break in drawing. I'm just trying to figure out what I have still to do. Oh crap. I need to do... Oh my god.
It ended. No. We're so bad now. I'm gonna switch.
Maybe I should do this off stream. Sorry. Okay. Moving on to the next thing.
Don't res. I wanna switch. Yeah, 11 months won't be back. Dat je komt meteen voor de 10 months too.
Get an early start on it.
Versus who's slow?
Well, Tim the Tama also has a following of like 20k subs, you'd know, doesn't he? There, Snake. I am sketching up a draft for the mission. I have a Cintiq. Don't worry about it here. It's like a monitor that I can draw on. It is expensive, but I've had it for a very long time and it's basically it was like a combination. As my husband puts it, it's a combination gift for everything for a year. You get used to it. I mean, I've been drawing on a tablet. several years at least. Time I got the
Ah, fuck. Yeah, him and the Mercy are up there. God damn it.
This was also back when he got it when I didn't have a job yet. So it was sort of a really expensive and superfluous gift at the time. But he knew I really wanted. It's doing work now. I mean, like I said, you just get used to it.
He's low.
Oh no, Snake, don't say that. I'm sure it wasn't that bad.
Pharmacy, thanks for the 6 months. Welcome back.
Sacrificial rune sketching. Okay, I won't recommend that you do that ever again, okay? I would rather you practice more wholesome drawing. Okay, why is this playing again already? Hey Christian, sorry, I didn't see you say hi. Alright, I'll see you later. Sorry about not seeing your message. I was a mix of self-taught and some education. Like for the most part, early on, self-taught. Picked up a lot of just naturally because my mom's an artist. Not because my mom, but it runs in the family, I guess you could say. My mom's an artist. My dad can draw. I wouldn't say he's able to paint a masterpiece, but he is able to look at something and draw it properly if he has a reference. But yeah, my mom's an artist. My dad has the eye for it, at least in terms of
fundamentals of classical drawing. That was the term I'm looking. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, self-taught, some schooling. I mean, when I actually did get my degree in media arts and animation, all my teachers were like, you already know how to do all of this for the most part. You just need to work on your fundamentals a little more because you don't learn fundamentals when you're teaching yourself. You try to, but you always make mistakes. And you pick up bad habits from it. I have many, many bad habits. But yeah, for the most part, self-taught.
Got him.
Oh no. But lasagna is delicious, Snake. I mean, writing is to being able to, being a good writer is not easy. I can do like a little bit of writing, but after a certain point, I'm kind of like, I can't do this anymore. I'm just gonna draw a comic instead of writing a story. Granted, technically drawing a comic requires you to have written a story, but it's easier for me to translate what I am thinking of for a story into an image rather than having to write it all out. But okay. You wanted to put it into the playlist again.
Oh no, that I'm sorry it didn't work out. That's unfortunate.
Free fall for now. Desert air found you out. And for a second I thought the world was ending and I couldn't breathe in. Yeah. And so this isn't your time. Yeah. Been chasing Kairos with those scapegoat eyes. Can't you realize? Fuck the summertime is you. So scared of overgrowing youth when it's not done with you.
Stop the mercy.
And everybody gon' run, run. Everybody gon' run, run. And you can call it what you
At least I think
want,
that's what
but I call it moving on. And I'm so done with singing words that don't believe in no more.
No, it's a commission that's not Overwatch related.
So what you rushing for? Who said it's now or never? I think you're taking on the wrong advice, but it's alright if these are your worst times. You know you're good, you're good. If you want, you can breathe on your own. This isn't what I thought, but it's beautiful. Make peace with your mistakes, and they'll turn to gold. Weightless, I look. And everybody gon' run, run.
I have too many bad habits. I need to just like build the skeleton first instead of do.
And you can call it what you want, but I call it moving on. And I'm so done with singing words that don't believe in no more. No more. You're good.
I killed myself.
That
No.
problem there.
Oh, I tried to work.
Alright, Snake. Thanks for stopping by.
Soldiers up top.
Oh. Hey. How you doing there, Jim? Congratulations on your wedding. Not really a whole lot to see. It's me just failing to draw things correctly. But hey, once again, congratulations, and I hope you have a good sleep.
Thanks. Quick before he goes to sleep. Jay said hi. I don't know if you heard it though. Oh, is he already gone? Well, never mind. Lol. Alright, cool. Hey there, Mike. Oh. I draw both eyes, and then I just draw the hair over it. I've been told in just in general, my teachers, by other artists, it's like whenever you're drawing, you just draw everything it's supposed to be there, even if it's covered. So, characters that have one eye covered with hair, draw both eyes, because otherwise you could screw up the symmetry on the face, something awful. And if you have to cover the eye, well, you cover the eye after you've drawn the whole. It's unfortunate effort into drawing the eye. You need it correct. Yeah. You have to make sure you have something there as a placeholder. Otherwise, you can have to just draw the other eye in lightly. You need to have it there for the sake of making sure that you need something there. It doesn't have to be a full. Like, you could literally just have the shape of the eye drawn, like, so you know that it's there. Something easy to erase once you start covering up stuff with hair, like, it's all covered up. Yeah. Just need something there. You don't need to have it fully drawn. I mean, I would still recommend that you have it fairly accurately drawn. Yes. But you don't have to shade it in and do all the details. You can literally just leave it as a sketch. No. Well, I mean, that's unfortunate they never told you if they used her. If they're a respectable group, which I'm pretty sure they are, if they use it, they probably would have told you. If not, then unfortunate. Probably.
Still feel like keep getting it, though.
I could count them if I want to. All these years I wasted on you. You gave up. I grew up. Oh, I can't help but wonder where would I be? What would I do if you were there when I needed you? Where would I be? What would I do
No, it's not Jane.
if you were there when I needed you?
It's just somebody's original character. Well, I mean, I really can't give a whole lot of insight on some character. Literally just drawing this based off.
Where would I be? What would I do if you were there when I needed you? Where would I be? What would I do if you were there when I needed you?
Well, I mean, the client was actually very descriptive. What would be best fit to the character?
He's only so fucking dead.
generally, I mean, the more specific broad, or because I've had times when yeah, it's a struggle, or they'll draw it themselves and it's not really strong enough to build off of. Like, I know there are a lot of artists who they can take something and reimagine it, develop, and make it into something completely new, better, make it look like it still is that character. Something different. Not very good at that. Well, they gave me a picture of a character that they said this is what their character is close to looking like, minus certain details added. So, I mean, the easiest way to reimagine original characters, basically based on what someone else already imagines a character as, and then if they use that particular image as like a base for their character and then they give that to me, it's actually really easy. Make it look like the reference given, slight tweaks based on what they describe, and if they don't give me the tweaks, well then they end up getting a carbon copy of what they've given me as a reference. It's unfortunate sometimes when I can't really make someone's original character their own, simply because I can't give them an original looking face. Or a face that they had already imagined for their character. Oh. Well, I mean, if you put it that way, yeah. That's hard. Solidly put together when you're not really sure how to do it in the first place, I guess. I mean, for me, it really always comes down to finding a reference. Finding something that you feel is close to what you want, and then I guess it's figuring out how to tweak it in the way that you want, so that it actually can be different from, or maybe you want it to look exactly like the reference. Who knows?
Little Egerton, man, thanks for the 6 months. Lee, welcome back. Always merciful to the game's long. Last one. Favorite TV show currently, Vikings. It's the shit, man. Not really, it is. I wanna eat. Eden.
I mean, I guess like for me, for a lot of artists, actually, faces are like what they like to focus on the most because that's like where all the expression, emotion, and feeling go. So, at least for most of the artists, like the face, the hair, skin is like the favorite thing for them to work on. I'm no different. Drawing the face, drawing the hair, but like overall drawing, I'm pretty much okay with regardless of what part of the body I'm drawing. But then when it comes to coloring, it's like face and hair, skin. Everything else is like, eh. I can't color it because I don't want to. My husband's all like eyes. You obsess over the eyes. I'm like, I'm drawing eyes, coloring eyes, freaking overworking the crap out of eyes. Is that a pun, Docs? I remember my notebooks in high school. Anime eyes everywhere.
No! What am I doing?
안녕하세요, 헨리예요. 오늘은 여러분 위해서 트랩 피아노 버전 준비했습니다. 잘 들어주시고요. 트랩도 많이 사랑해 주세요.
I forgot he spoke.
Where's the widow?
Oh my goodness. That's actually kind of scary. Think about it. Yeah, I'm not much of, let's be fair, coloring a lot of time and energy, and rather just sketch everything. just sketch forever. Like, I always struggled with color, even when I was little. My mom would look at my drawings and she would say, that I need. Oh, this is some advanced stuff for color that I never really picked up on color theory until I was in high school, and even then was not good at it. But color theory was just like a sort of, I couldn't really get my brain around properly until like recently. Even now, it still looks like there's many problems, many problems. But my mama had always said that when I color things, it looks flat. When she looks at my sketching, it's like, okay, well, there's your sketching. Good. What are you gonna do once you color it? And I'm like, make it look like crap because my colors don't are never good. It was always a fear I had when I wanted to color something. Would I ruin it with color? And at least before, 90% of the time it was yes, I did. It wasn't the worst coloring job, but it had so much potential, and I couldn't color to the same extent that I could draw. Like, my sketching and lines were just so much infinitely better. Coloring it was just like, yeah. Hey there, Rania. Much for the host. Appreciate it. Did you stream today? Didn't see any notification. Well, that's a pretty wing. Oh, nice. Hey, sub emojis are big news. I wish I could get more slots, but I don't think I'm ever gonna make partner as a creative streamer. It's rough. I think that looks more like a Mercy wing, but recolored. Oh, and Ashes of Alar Mercy wing. Ah, okay. I could see like the Mercy shape. I was wondering about the color. Nice combination. Hey, that's one thing. Mercy should have a skin where her wings are hot pink. How about that? Oh wait. Well, there's Imp, but I mean like something more like what you have in your emote. Like actual angel wings, not the imp shape.
It stopped my wall climb. What? Hey guys, thank you so much for watching.
Well, I don't have the imp skin because the game doesn't want to give it to me. I have devil, I don't have imp. I have all the skins minus Overwatch League ones except imp.
You see how I like started a wall climb and was like, nope.
Oh. Stalking in this video. Would be really cool. Like,
they missed such an opportunity with the Overwatch League skins, Aranya. Like, they totally should have made it so the skins actually change her wing feathers when they deploy. Like, yeah, like, sorry. I cut myself off, but I was gonna say, like, Gladiator's skin with the purple wings would have been freaking amazing. They missed a huge opportunity. Like, her wings. I understand that they're not always deployed, so it doesn't work like how Tracer's Coronal Accelerator and Reinhardt's, like, jetpack work. Because, like, they're permanently, like, the color or whatever designated by their skin. But, like, oh my god, the Mercy wing feathers, simply because they aren't deployed 100% of the time, they don't fall under the same class of, like, coloring that effect. So they're just the default gold wing feathers in game, not spectating OWL. It's so sad. I was so hoping that the Gladiator skin would have purple, but it doesn't, and I'm sad. Yeah, the away team, they always have one team be away so that the primary color is replaced with white. So that way when they do the effects for the spectate, it's one is always white and one is always the team primary color. So to be fair, to be honest, I like the white effects too. Like, oh, I really want to get the away skins for some of the teams because it's like this pretty white skin with the accent colors, and I'm like, give it to me, please. The away and home is only in OWL spectate mode. Like, you cannot get any of the away colors in the game, like, for regular play. And all the spell effects, okay, ability effects, there are no spells in Overwatch. All the ability effects are only specific to the OWL spectate. Like, they have their own system altogether for spectate in Overwatch League. So they probably have affects the rules of the league. What are you talking about? Yeah, all pro sports have home and away color. No. In the current stages right now, any of the draw maps are 0 points to each team. The only thing that matters in terms of winning a map is actually winning the map. And then should a tiebreaker be needed at the end of the 4 map set, they always play 4 maps. At the end of the 4 map set, if they need a tiebreaker, they go to a 5th map. There's no home team winning any map because of a draw. The main thing is there really are technically no home and away teams because everybody's in the Blizzard arena. Like, all of the teams from around the world are in the Blizzard arena in Burbank. Yeah, that's because Seoul took 2 maps. Okay, you're not following what actually happened. The first matchup between Seoul and Dallas, there are always 4 maps. Dallas took the first map. They drew out the second map. So it was 1-0 after 2 maps were done. The third map, Seoul won. So it was 1-1. The Drew map was just whatever. Nimbani, Seoul won it because they won the map. They didn't draw that map out. Or wait, was it? Did they? Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm remembering it wrong. Dallas took Junkertown. Seoul took Horizon. Yeah, Seoul took Horizon. And then Seoul took the King of the Hill map. Seoul won 2 maps. Dallas only won 1. Because they always play 4 maps and they drew out Nimbani, Seoul had more map wins compared to Dallas. That's why Seoul won the first matchup. It had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that they drew out Nimbani. I mean, that's part of it, but because it was a draw, that doesn't really mean anything. In terms of home and away, it's not related to it at all. If Dallas won Nimbani, they would have gone to a tiebreaker map. I'm gonna try, Aranya. I don't know if I'm gonna get tickets, though. That's always the question of... will I be able to get into the ticket queues? Yeah, the commentators aren't the best. It's unfortunate. But, I mean, until the league gets older... No, it's fine. I mean, you just misinterpreted it. It'll be better once, like, the pros actually start taking over the analyst... That's awesome. I hope I can go there and meet you, Aranya. Okay. What was I gonna say? It'll be better for the OWL once the pros like become the analysts, the coaches, and the commentators, because right now they're just taking all of the casters, commentators, analysts from whoever's been doing it on the Western scene for however long it's been going on. It would work out if they had more people from, say, Apex, but a lot of those veterans from Apex are coaching now. And they're not... The teams would not let these people, these prime people that are great for coaching, go to the analysts or caster position. They'll have people who know enough do those jobs. So it's gonna take some time, at least a few seasons. So maybe 4 or 5 years before we start seeing the pros take over, former pros take over those positions. Maybe longer, considering technically how long you could keep playing pro Overwatch, because a lot of the pros right now are really young. Like, there's a ton that are only just barely 18, just barely able to play in the league. Well, here's hoping that I finally get a chance to... I just noticed your retweet, Aranya. Thank you for that. I just hope OWL like actually does well, because if it doesn't, the way the general like audience is for ranked Overwatch, it's not doing very hot. Like, there are so many people on ranked right now that are just unhappy with the meta because Junkrat is... It's Junkrat. Junkrat being a kind of must pick more so now than ever is dumb. I really, really dislike playing against Junkrats. It's so RNG. You end up like accidentally walking into 2 grenades and you die instantly. And I'm just, it's literally that meme. Well, I guess I'll just die constantly over and over again. I mean, it's also sort of feels bad that my main / one-trick hero is also one of the most hated heroes in ranked. Like, so many people don't want to play Mercy because Mercy is, quote, boring, or, quote, no skill. And then you get people who are actually playing the hero, and because they're not a Mercy main, they don't know how to play Mercy, and they just feed uncontrollably. So, yeah, okay. About that no skill hero, right? The biggest thing about the biggest thing about Mercy is she is reliant on her team. She is a hero that has to be carried by her team. Mechanically speaking, Mercy is solely dependent on her team getting the win, and she supports them. Like, I completely admit that Mercy is not Mercy's not a high tier hero. She's not ever gonna be a high tier hero. The basic mechanical skill of Mercy is she's very easy. It's the player with the game sense and the ability to use her movement that makes the hero. I've seen very, very different styles between like the top 500 Mercies. Like EVA, he relies like 70% on his game sense and shot calling. Like, I'm sorry, her. Evie, she relies at least 70% on her game sense and movement and shot calling. The other 30% is the fact that she is very, very good at her healing boost priority. Like, Evie is good because she knows the game. Simply put. And then there is Aspen's like the exact opposite. 70% of her ability goes into the fact that her movement and like just her ability to stay alive is very, very strong. She's, as far as I've noticed, generally like one of the hardest mercies to kill if her team is actually playing like positioned well. The other 30 is like her game sense. Like she doesn't shot call a whole lot, so like that's, but she knows what she's doing, so it's like a balance between just being able to not die and being like capitalizing on game sense and shot calling. But then going back to the whole basic argument, mechanically Mercy's very easy. That doesn't mean she's going to be the easiest to play in top tier. I mean, I understand. People want to frag out in the GM top 500, even the supports. Like you play Zen, you better be killing people, otherwise you're not doing your job right. That way you can get your transcendence faster, and that way you can deny those fat ults from Genji Blades or Pharah or the... There was one time I perfectly trans a Graviton Dragon Strike combo. Like, the other team was like, Mercy, how the hell did you not die? Because she was Valked. I put my orb on her. Luckily, my orb was on her, and as soon as the grav like caught the both of us, I transed. And no. I think as soon as I heard like the wind up for the Dragon Strike, I just hit Q, and then they were all like, Mercy, how the hell did you not die? It's like, I save my mercies, damn it, when I have my ult. Hopefully, you know. I mean, overall, because like the Mercy was decent, and like I was actually hitting shots as Zen for once. Although wait, I only trans like one other time. That it's not like I really needed to worry so much about actually using my ult. Yeah, like that's, I don't like the resurrect ability either. The fact that Mercy has the power to bring back people from the dead should be removed from the game, and they need to put something else in place of resurrect. Like, early on when I was learning how to play the game, was it early on when I was learning how to play the game, I was literally using my res to solo res constantly because it just seemed sort of pointless to have to do the whole hiding res thing. You should be out there supporting your team, healing and doing stuff like freaking tempo res. And generally, tempo resing is better than the team wipe resing anyway, because the huge reses were a gamble. There was still a 50% chance they wouldn't work out. Like, there were so many times I've gotten 4-man reses to just feed uncontrollably. I got a 5-man res during competitive on Kings Row once, and it was a huge feed because the position of everyone who had died was not good. It was just awful. To be honest, like the Valk chain, like the introduction of Valkyrie, technically I don't think was a bad idea. I think the bad thing about it was that your res is a staggered tempo res, and so it basically exponentially buffed the strongest way to use her ultimate in the past. Like the best way to use her ultimate was basically learning how to tempo res, so that way while the enemy team is slightly in disarray during the team fight, suddenly your whole team is back to full strength and they've probably lost 1 or 2 by now, and basically they're gonna lose the team fight. And you stay alive and you keep healing, you're gonna have res again by the next team fight. So it's sort of like that whole crap. So basically, the introduction of the first version of Valk just made that version of using res so much stronger. And then when they did the first nerf, it didn't punish Mercies who would dive into res and fly right back out, because the res was still instant. No, the right direction is just getting rid of res and turning it into something else. Oh yeah, using that during the uprising thing was much. It made sense there, but yeah, I don't. The current form of Valk minus res, the current form of Valk minus res right now, perfectly fine. Like the slightly nerfed version of the original Valkyrie, like movement and healing, damage, whatever. The Valk itself without res is perfectly fine. The problem is res, and they need to get rid of it and do something else. The thing though, what they did on the PTR with Mercy right now, they basically made it so they basically made it that they need to just, no one's gonna play Mercy after the changes, at least at top level. She's gonna be worse than she was before or Team Res. Like, that's how bad it is. The way they've changed it now. Even though it's like, oh yeah, removed the instant cast and removed the extra charge. Basically turns her ult into a weaker form of transcendence. A weaker form of transcendence is not good. I mean, I don't know. It's like I could discuss possibilities with the whole thing altogether. I'm not the game designer. I'm not the one who does the balancing. We'll see what happens when the nerfs go live. I mean, taking away the extra charge on Res, okay, making her Res the full cast time while in Valk is just garbage. Okay, let's see. And I've ranted everyone's ear off. Do I? Husband's giving commentary in the background. What do I do now? Yes. Do.
Can't see the stars, but we're reaching. Trying to get through the dark on a feeling. Lost our gravity, now we're weightless. But I know in my heart we can take this. We got monsters in our closets, had a reason, but we lost it. No direction. We've been calling through the night, through the night. If love is a lie, then why do we need it? We swear we're alive.
Okay, well, there was like a thing that I should probably start working on. Unrelated to work. See if I can.
When your heart
Can't do the math at the top of my head.
We're beautiful creatures.
Don't mind my very poorly drawn people. Quick drawing.
She can't tell, so no, she kill me one. Porque no can
YouTube's pulling some really random selections for me. Many freaking song. This. No.
おはようございます。迷わず今矛盾だらけの世界だ。その手で打ち放て。
Alright, well, my husband is already skedaddled for sleep, so that is my cue also to probably head to bed. So, stop his music. Anyway, thank you all very much for hanging out with me, chatting with me, giving me company while I rant incessantly about the same stuff over and over again. So, really appreciate follows and your viewership. I hope that at least be interesting enough. Is my drawings for keep on watching. I appreciate the support, and tomorrow hopefully I will have time to do a little bit of streaming the Blizzard World map as soon as the patch is released tomorrow. Maybe I will pick up some boxes as well and be all like, hey, check it out, get buy 50 boxes, get none of the new skins. I'm ready for it. Yeah, let's do it. So yeah, anyone who's gonna be hanging around tomorrow, I will probably be streaming Overwatch and probably be playing some games with some friends. So I'll see you next time. Everyone have a good night, good day, wherever you are in the world. Thanks again. Bye bye.